Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vade, aka Pro Benchwarmer, and I'm bringing you week 2's match against TJG, the Jewish Giraffe, and the San Francisco Girafarigs. Now, you see his team right there. You've watched my team builder, hopefully. If you didn't watch my team builder, the link will be in the description, as we're bringing Spiritomb, Jirachi, Virizion, Mega Garchomp, Miltank, and Florges, and he is bringing Gourgeist, Klefki, Mega Gallade, Manaphy, Nidoqueen, and Tornadus. Now, this game just happened. Pardon me if I fuck around with certain turns and what happens and whatnot. But this match, oh god, yo, you'll see my drop in confidence when it happens in this match, but it's whatever. I'm not gonna spoil anything. We'll kind of just spoil something, but I'm gonna give you a play-by-play of the match. But before we get into that, shoutouts to the guy that did my layout, PrimeLections. This layout looks amazing. I fucking love it. My team will be on the left side, his team will be on the right, along with his logo, and we were both 1-0 going into this match. Let's start the match off. So you see his team. I lead Miltank because I was going to lead Miltank regardless. He leads Klefki. I know he's going to get his spikes up because I know how TJG is. He loves his hazard. So I go into Garchomp. And I should have did not Mega and Fire Blast, but he goes for the Magnetize and I go for the sub. I predicted him to switch out into something like Gourgeist. But I kind of knew the Magnetize is coming. I get off the Fire Blast and it does a clean 61%. I knew this was had a lot of depth investment. I go for the next one here, which is relatively easy to do, and I get a crit. It didn't matter. He drops the Klefki. He goes into Manaphy. Now the reason why I stayed in on Manaphy is because if he was predicting me to switch, he would have tail glowed there. It was a rather easy thing to do. To tail glow in front of the Garchomp. Nothing I did one-shotted Manaphy. I just stayed in. I went for the Draco Meteor because it is 60%, and I knew I can revenge it with Virizion later in the match. He goes for the Ice Beam, drops me on my neck. Understandable. It happens. So I lose Mega Garchomp turn 5, which sucks. I go into Florges, and I should have wished here. But I went for the Light Screen in fear of the Manaphy. So I should have wished. He goes for Poison Jab. I eat up my Kevia Berry and I go for Psychic, as it only does 41%, which means that this thing had Spadef investment. I knew it had some Spadef investment because I calced with almost 200 EVs and HP as a bulky, especially offensive Nidoqueen, and Psychic should have done 51% min to 62% max. It did 41%. So I'm like, this thing has the depth investment. He knew that I would have ran Psychic, so he calced to take a Psychic comfortably and threaten me out, which was smart. It was very, very smart. So I switch out into Jirachi, knowing that he would have either set rocks here or gone for the poison move again. So I wish I threatened this thing out, but I go for Heart Stamp. He goes into Gourgeist. Gourgeist just fucking walls me, man. That's 14%. That's fucking nothing. Had I run a special Jirachi like I thought I was gonna run, I should have ran with what's this thing called? With Shadow Ball, Psychic, Wish, and then U-turn or something like that, or Healing Wish, or I was actually gonna run a Doom Desire Jirachi, and that would have actually put in work in this match, but I didn't because I'm not running with no fucking heat sets in week 2. So it does nothing to him. I switch out into my Miltank, knowing that I'm okay with getting Will-O-Wisp because I'm not here for offense, and I know I'm scrappy, so I can hit it with the Body Slam if need be. The Light Screen wears off. I get my rocks up first because I need my rocks. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. It's whatever. I go for the Body Slam here as he switches into the Manaphy, and Manaphy takes rocks, takes this Body Slam. It's a crit, and he gets parried. That's the start of the Blondito, rain or curse, I guess you could say. Doesn't do much, so I switch out into Virizion. hoping that he get full powered, or just I knew I'd live any one hit. He gets full powered. I predicted him to go into Tornadus. Now I shouldn't have. I don't think I should have. I should have just clicked Leaf Blade. I should have just clicked Leaf Blade, but if he would have went into Tornadus, it would have got rocks damage, and Leaf Blade would have done diddly squat. And what's my switch into Tornadus? Jirachi? Like I said, had he had Heat Wave, I'm done. So that was my logic. I go for Stone Edge. It does 34%, and then he fucking fires off a Psychic. And I was like, oh god. So let me just go for Leaf Blade here. It does not happen. I should have clicked Swords Dance, knowing that he would have switched out now. And then hit this thing with what? Like fucking Stone Edge? It wouldn't have done anything, but at least get some damage on this fucking thing. But it's whatever. Virizion is now kind of useless. I go into Spiritomb here, knowing that I don't really care for being Willowed. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp here, lands it. I know I'm in good enough range to set up a Calm Mind here, and I know he doesn't threaten me out. Seed Bomb does 23%. I get up a Calm Mind, and my lefties kicks back in, and then I lose that shit because of burn. I'm looking too low, so I'll go for a rest here. I'm glad that I did, because I would not have been able to take on anything had I not gotten that rest off. But here I wish I was fucking Sleep Talk. I had Wisp for Klefki, but I should have known I have answers to Klefki. So I go for rest. I mean, I'm sleeping. Second turn of sleep, he gets a Tail Glow up. Now here's bullshit right here, and here's like game changer bullshit right here. So right, I wake up, I go for Snarl, it fucking misses. Now I know Snarl misses, it's 95% accurate, I know it misses. However, had that landed, I would have been able to take this Scald a lot better. Scald would have done like 46 max, I think, or like 44 or something like that. I would have been able to take off, I would have been able to hit him with a Snarl, and then I mean, I know it would give him a free chance to Tail Glow up again. However, I outspeed him because of the para. So I know I can go for Snarls relentlessly on this Manaphy and rest up on almost any other model as long as I do not get below like 20%. So that does a fuck ton of damage. And as you see, I go for the Snarl, it drops his special attack, and this Scald, oh well, can't even see it because he hits full powered. But I'm at 56%. This is what the Scald did to me. How much the Scald did to me before. I drop his special attack again, and he crits me and kills me. That sucks. That sucks. As Spiritomb was the win con, and had I land that first Snarl, you see how that like brought him down to 13%. I would have been at, what was I before? Let me go last turn. I was at 50%. No, it wasn't. He gets the, yeah. Oh yeah, it was at 50%. I was at 56%. I would have been able to knock him out had I land the first Snarl and been at a comfortable range to take on the rest of his team. But reliving that's so bad. But now, because that thing is gone, my confidence dropped. But with the confidence drop, fucking his whole team is able to run through mine, and that's annoying as fuck. Cause like, how am I gonna stop Tornadus? How am I gonna stop Nidoqueen now without my Spiritomb? He goes out into Gourgeist on the Heart Stamp. Gourgeist just straight up walls Jirachi here. I think here's where I make the nope. I go into Miltank, predicting the Willow again, because why not? It's a free ass Willow, and whatever comes in still just takes rocks and spike damage. So I'm looking rather unhealthy. I think I just go for the Milk Drink here as he switches into Manaphy. Manaphy's at 1%. Had I gone for the Body Slam, I would have been okay. But Manaphy didn't do much past this point. I go for the Milk Drink here. Actually, I went for Heal Bell last turn. As I go for Scald and gets me burnt again. Now I should have Body Slammed here. I think I do Body Slam here. Yeah, I Body Slam here. I do not kill. This is 11%. He gets a Scald off. I'm looking a little too low, so I Milk Drink here. But I know once he gets past 12% again, I cannot knock it out with one Body Slam. Just for Scald here, 29%. I'm still looking fucking low, but he just got to that range where I cannot knock it out with another Body Slam. So I'm just gonna have to just win the stall match. So he gets the full power here. I'm like, great, I can get the Body Slam off for rather free. Hopefully I can get another full power. I don't think I get it. He goes for Psychic here, which is why I was like, I don't know why he went for Psychic, but I go for Body Slam here, drop it. That's great. I think he goes into Glade. Yes, he goes into Glade, and he megas and clicks Drain Punch. I could have sacked off Virizion here, as Virizion did nothing for the match, and this thing especially defensive. I think it could have taken on Tornadus. However, I was defeated. Like I cannot excuse myself for that. Like I was like, fuck it. It's a full Glade just in my face. I go into Kim K, the Florges, and then I'm hard switch out just to try to get a read on what he has. And I go right into Jirachi. I knew he would have to go for the Psychic type move in order to like fully knock me out. He goes for Psycho Cut. I 4 times resist that. That was fine. Drain Punch won't kill me from here, so I believe that's why he switched out. He switches out. I went for Wish, I believe. Or no, I went for Body Slam here, as he is immune. This thing comes in every time Jirachi comes in and just fucking walls it out. So I go for Heart Stamp here, trying to get a para. He goes for Willow. Finally gets that Willow on me. What can I say, right? I go for Wish here, as he goes for Seed Bomb. It does nothing. And this is how I bring in Florges, because like I don't know why he switched out. He could have just stayed in front of me. But I bring in Florges on all of these hazards. It's crazy low. He switches out though, and I get a delicious Wish off. But he gets into Tornadus, and this is where the fun happens, as he goes for the Air Slash and flinches me. Now it's 30% chance to flinch. Is pretty much like the flying type Scald, but he goes for the second Air Slash. I get the Synthesis up. I'm so glad that I put Synthesis on this last second. But he goes into Gorgeist here, as I go for the Moonblast. Oh no, I go for Synthesis just to get up to full, and I go for the Moonblast here. It is 41%. It's like a fucking delicious amount, as he goes for the Will-O-Wisp and does not land it. Now I go for Psychic, predicting the Nidoqueen to come in on the Moonblast, but it does not drop this thing because he did not switch out. He goes for Rest. Had I gone for another Moonblast, this would have been a little bit closer, but it's whatever. This thing is doing 41%, 42% actually to it on every turn. He's Sleep Talking. He gets the Rest. Second Sleep Talk, he gets Seed Bomb, I believe. Sleep Talk, Seed Bomb, yeah. So the next turn, the Moonblast should drop it. So it drops it. It's fine. He goes into Nidoqueen. I know I can't take a hit from this thing. I go into Virizion. He goes for the Earthquake. I should have just stayed in and just fucking I could have just stayed in Synthesis, or just Synthesis, but I wasn't planning on making that read yet. I was not that good yet. So this Jirachi comes in, he switches out into Jumpman the Tornadus. I get small ass amount of damage off of it on it with Heart Stamp. Had I been special and had Thunderbolt, man, fucking A. Air Slash does not kill me. I went for a Wish here and it did not work. I was gonna go for the Wish and then just die, as I can bring in Florges in for free and then just click Synthesis. But however, that is not the case, as he goes for Air Slash and gets another flinch here, and I'm not able to click Synthesis to be able to be at high enough HP to take this out with a Moonblast, and we lose. We lose because we set up a little too early with our win con. I think that's why. I know it's mostly because I missed the Snarl. I should have brought Dark Pulse. I had my reasoning for bringing Snarl. I'm not mad at the fact that I brought Snarl. I'm mad at the fact that I missed, but that's something that I cannot control. So I mean, I just gotta take the L. The Kecleons are now 1-1 with a 1 differential. As long as we did not go into the negatives, I think I'm fine. I'll just start prepping for whoever our next opponent is. I have not checked. Hopefully we bring a better team. I feel like I did really well with this team. It wasn't a bad team at all. It's just there was one move that missed that cost me the game. Like, that's literally it. Had I landed that first Snarl, the game would have been in my favor. But it's whatever. I was also going for Stone Edge on Manaphy when I could have just clicked Leaf Blade because it was fucking free, because I had rocks up. yeah, I could have just done that. But I don't think that was as crucial, as Manfi did not do much for the rest of the game. It didn't get a tail glow up for the rest of the game. It got a burn on Miltank that was kind of useless, and then he used it as fodder, which I did not attack it, so it did not become fodder. But it wasn't like it was useful. Verzion didn't do much. I wanted to bring Tornadus, but I was afraid of what was I afraid of a Tornadus? Scarf PZ, as I was gonna bring the Life Orb Tornadus and not the Assault Vest. But what can you do? So hopefully next week we catch another W. It's a little disheartening, but I'm not mad. TGG's my boy. Blondito forever. This league is gonna be fucking lit. You can tell that we are in it to win it, no matter what the fuck happens. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna have a seat. I'm gonna start fucking building for the next week. I'm probably gonna build. I'm probably gonna have a couple matches with the Blondito squad later on. But that's it for me for this episode. Peace.